Hi, Anita.
Hi, Denise. I saw your message.
Yeah, it's that time of year, Girl Scout cookie time.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm just heading to the basement.
okay, sure. I'm trying to adjust the screen.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming. Whenever you're ready.
Oh, thank you. I really enjoy your yoga. I feel so much fresh and healthy.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad you're seeing benefits, and
Yeah,
I'm glad you're able to come too.
right. Okay, let's start.
Okay. So, close your eyes, sit tall, and we'll rest one hand on the heart, place the other hand on the belly, and start to come inward. Feel the chest rise and fall with the breath. Feel the belly inflate and deflate with your breath. And continue to hold your awareness with the breath, just feeling it flow naturally through the body without any conscious effort on your part. Lower your hands onto your knees. Your palms are turned down. Inhale. As you exhale through the nose, open your eyes, hinge forward from the hips. Walk your hands out, let your head hang. Inhale, head and chest lift. Walk your hands in, sitting tall. Raise your right arm overhead. Turn your chest up to the ceiling. Look up to your right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right, left hand outside of your right knee. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, twist from the waist. And we'll push off that back hand, return to center. Left arm reaches overhead, chest rotates up to the ceiling. Inhale to your center, and we'll exhale as we turn to our left. Right hand outside of the right knee. Each inhalation, elongate the spine, growing taller. Each exhalation, twist from your waist. And pushing away with the back hand, you can return to your center. Bring your other leg in front. Close your eyes, place the fingertips on the floor behind you. Roll your shoulders back. Option to palm the floor. Use the Ujjayi breath, breathing slowly in through the nose, creating that puff sound at the back of the throat, and with a slow exhalation back out through the nostrils with that same puff sound at the back of the throat. As you breathe in and out through the nose, consciously control the breath, making the exhalations longer than your inhalations. Exhale as you reopen the eyes. Arms go out to the sides. Right hand slides out. Left arm reaches overhead and your chest opens up to the ceiling. We'll push through the bottom hand, come to center. Left hand slides out. Right arm reaches overhead. Remember to drop the right sit bone into the ground. push through the lower hand, come to center. Inhale, arms up, palms together. Exhale, lower the hands in front of heart center. Moving with the breath. Each inhalation, arms come up. Each exhalation, hands in front of heart center. So allowing the breath to set your own rhythm. Go around one final time. Once the hands are in front of heart center, lower them onto the knees, palms are turned down. Inhale, as you exhale, open the eyes again, hinge forward from the hips, walk the hands out, let the head hang. Inhale, lifting the head and chest, walk the hands in, and we'll sit tall. It's time to come onto all fours. And we'll get ready for our spinal balance now. For the spinal balance, you're going to start with your right leg, pushing into the ball of the right foot. Inhale, right heel in line with the hip, left arm out in front. If you want to move deeper into the pose, bend the right knee, holding onto the ankle with the left hand. Keep using your Ujjayi breath. On the exhalation, return your hand and knee to the ground. Reach back through the left leg, push into the ball of the foot. Inhale, heel in line with the hip, right arm out in front. Option to go even further, bending the left ankle so that your right hand pulls onto the left hand. And if you do this, you'll feel a stretch in your quadriceps. Use your exhalation, bringing the hand and knee to the ground. Going to child's pose, also known as Balasana. The sit bones are on the heels. You can either rest the forehead on the ground with the arms out in front of you, or you can modify the pose, step one fist on top of the other, forehead resting on your fist. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest. Let's come to all fours, separate the knees, hip width apart, and we'll move to cat-cows next. As you inhale, lift the chest, point the tailbone to the ceiling, push the belly button to the ground. As you exhale, curl the tailbone under, bring your belly button to the spine, round down one vertebrae at a time, chin to chest, and just keep going here at your own pace. Remembering the breath initiates and ends each movement. Let's do one last cat-cow. Take as much time as you want to finish the cat-cow. When the exhalation's complete, bring your spine back to a neutral position and return to Balasana, child's pose. Once again, it's your choice if you want the arms out in front or if you prefer to rest your forehead on stacked fists. Inhale, lift your head, lift the chest, returning to all fours, separate your knees hip width apart, curl your toes under, lift the hips, bring the weight to the heels and go into downward facing dog. Continue to use your Ujjayi breath. You can use the exhalations to guide the heels towards the floor. Be sure and press your chest towards the knees. Bend the knees. Look in between the thumbs. Walk or step your feet until they're in between the hands. We'll bend both knees. Inhale, arms come up, palms together, lift the chest, and exhale for Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale, center. Exhale, folding into Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look out in front. This is your half standing forward bend, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold in half. Bend your knees, bring your palms to the floor. Step to plank. Exhale to Chaturanga. Turn the elbows to the hips, lower the chest. Inhale, lift the heart and chest for upward facing dog. And exhale, bend the elbows, push off the floor. Curl the toes under, lifting the hips, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look in between the thumbs. We're going to walk or step our feet back in between the hands. Bend both knees again. Inhale, arms up, lift the chest, and exhale for upward salute. Inhale, center. Exhale, standing forward bend. Inhale, lengthen the spine, looking out in front. Exhale, fold in half. So palms on the mat, step to plank. Exhale to Chaturanga. Upper arms alongside the torso, lower the chest. Inhale, lift the heart and chest as you look up. And exhale to downward facing dog. Runner's lunge is next. Bend your knees, step your right foot in between your hands. Get your balance. When you're ready, rest the hands either on the front leg or inhale, arms up, palms together. Be sure you're on the ball of the left foot. Your left leg is straight and you're pushing into the ball of the foot. Notice the difference between warrior one and runner's lunge. Warrior one, your foot is on the floor and there's a turnout in the back left foot. Runner's lunge, you're on the ball of the foot. Exhale, fold forward, step to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And let's exhale to downward facing dog. Bending the knees, looking in between the thumbs. You're going to step or place your left foot in between the hands. So get your balance again. When you're ready, rest the hands lightly on the front thigh or reach them overhead. Keep using the Ujjayi breath. Your chest is lifted. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips. Let's step to a plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look in between the thumbs, walk or step the feet forward. You can bend your knees again and inhale, arms up, palms together, lift the chest. Exhale. exhale for Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale, center. We'll do one final Surya Namaskar as we exhale to standing forward bend. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Look out in front, half standing forward bend. Exhale, fold in half. Bend your knees, palms on the ground. Step to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look in between the thumbs. Walk or step the feet forward. Bend both knees. Inhale, arms up, palms together, chest lifted. Exhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands in front of heart center. So if you're not already at the short edge of the mat, go ahead and step forward, and then we'll bend our knees, drop the seat, and pull the navel in and up. This is your chair pose, Utkatasana. For chair pose, your toes, ankles are touching, or they're as close together as you can get them. Drop the seat. Keep your right foot in front. We're doing warrior one. Left foot in the back. Your left foot is turned out slightly, but your hips are still facing the short edge of the mat in front. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. For warrior three, separate your hands shoulder width. Lean your torso over the front of your right thigh. As you come forward, pick up the left foot. Use the breath, breathe slowly, deeply, in and out through the nose. We're going to take it back to warrior one, bending the right knee, lowering the left foot to the floor. Exhale, hands in front of heart center. Step into your mountain pose, Tadasana. Turn your palms out, relax your shoulders. Inhale, arms up, palms together. Exhale for upward salute, Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale to center. Exhale, coming to Utkatasana or chair pose. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Let's do another warrior one. Virabhadrasana one, left foot's in front. Step back onto the right. Turn your right hip towards your left knee. Keep the chest lifted. Separate the hands shoulder width. Lean the torso over the left thigh. Get your balance. And then bring the torso forward so your right heel is in line with the hips. Back to warrior one, bend the left knee, lower your right foot to the floor. Exhale, hands in front of heart center. Step forward to Tadasana. Turn your palms out, shoulders relaxed. Inhale, arms up, palms together. Lift the chest. Exhale for another upward salute. Inhale, center. Exhale to Utkatasana, chair pose. Triangle pose or Trikonasana is our next standing posture. Right foot stays in front. Step back to your left foot. Legs are separated about one distance apart. Reach your arms out to the sides. Relax your shoulders. Push your left hip back. Right side of the body in line with the right knee. You can bring your left hand over your left shoulder. Your choice to keep it there, or bind the raised arm behind the back. Left hand reaching for the right inner thigh. We're going to go to Parsvottanasana. Release your arms, turn your hips down to the ground. And it's up to you if you want to shorten the base, go ahead and do that. Remember, you have the option of holding on to the right leg, using a block to rest your hands on, or placing your fingertips or palms on the floor. Look out beyond the front edge of the mat. Bending the right knee, we're going to step our left foot forward, coming to standing forward bend, Uttanasana. Bend your knees, inhale, arms up, palms together, chest lifts, and exhale, upward salute. Inhale to your center, exhale, coming into chair pose, Utkatasana. We'll go to triangle pose, Trikonasana, left foot's in front this time. Step back onto the right foot. Reach your arms out. Then push the right hip back. Left side of the body in line with the left knee. Imagine yourself pressed into a wall behind you, so your shoulder blades and hips are pressed evenly into an imaginary wall behind you. Trying to keep your body in one plane of existence. Shoulders stacked on top of each other, hips stacked on top of each other. We'll move into Parsvottanasana, intense side stretch next. Release your hand, turn your hips to the floor. Remember that back right foot turns in a little bit as you turn the hips to the ground, so that you can keep your hips parallel to the short edge of the mat for intense side stretch. Let's come out of the pose, bending the left knee, stepping the right foot forward to meet the left. Bend both knees again. Inhale, arms up, palms together, chest lifted. Exhale, upward salute. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands in front of heart center. We're going to do a goddess pose next. Separate your feet one leg's distance apart. Turn the toes to the corner edges of the mat. Hands on hips. Bend the knees. Drop your feet. Option of adding the arms. That means your elbows would be in line with the shoulders. Palms opened out. Exhale as you drop the seat. Stand tall. Good. So we're going to heel toe our feet together until we're back into Tadasana, mountain pose. Palms still turned outward, shoulders relaxed. Close your eyes with me. Press your hands together in front of heart center. Find a comfortable standing position. We're preparing to go into tree pose, Vrksasana. Lengthen the spine, Relax the shoulders away from your ears. Lift your toes, fan your toes out into the mat. Press both sides of the ball of the foot, both sides of the heel of the foot into the floor. So that's pushing the four corners of the foot to the ground. Inhale, exhale, open your eyes, stare at a fixed point. Let's start with the right foot. So your right foot can either rest on ankle, side of calf, or inner thigh. Option to reach your arms overhead. Option to sway the tree, separating the hands shoulder width, and then very slowly tilting towards the right knee. Let's come back to center. Take as much time as you need. When you're ready, exhale, hands in front of heart center, knee to the midline, and I'll meet you in your mountain pose again, Tadasana. Close your eyes, palms turned outwards for the moment. And then back to Anjali Mudra with the hands in front of heart center. Find that comfortable standing position again. Lengthen the spine. Relax the shoulders from the ears. Lift your toes, spread them wide into the mat. Inhale. Exhale, open your eyes, stare at a non-moving object. Left foot can rest on ankle, side of calf, or you can place it on your inner thigh. Be sure to turn your left knee out to the left side, external rotation of the left hip. And I invite you to take the arms overhead. You can always keep them in front of heart center if you prefer. If you want to sway the tree, separate the hands shoulder width. Take your time, tilting towards the left knee. Inhale slowly to center. Exhale, hands in front of heart center, knee to the midline. And we're now in Tadasana, mountain pose, with the palms turned outwards and the shoulders relaxed. Standing at the short edge of the mat in front, resting the hands on your hips. Roll your shoulders back. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips. Inhale, lengthen spine, look out in front. Exhale, fold in half. Bend the knees, palms on the ground. Step to plank, modified plank, knees, tops of the feet on the floor. Lower the sit bones to the heels. Rest here in your child's pose. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest. Come to all fours. You're going to drop one hip onto the mat and facing me, press the soles of the feet together, holding onto the ankles or the big toes. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, hinge forward from your hips, leading with the heart so the chest is reaching out beyond the toes with the intention of eventually resting the belly button on top of the big toes. So our belly button will come down to the feet way before the head does. Feel free to close your eyes if it helps you focus on your breath. Relax your inner thigh muscles inward. Inhale, lift your head, lift your chest, coming to center. Knees come together, extend one leg out, then the other. Roll your legs in and out from the hips, then let them rest. We're going to bring our right knee into the body, drop the right knee out to the side, bottom of the right foot up against the left inner thigh, left foot flexed. You can use a strap if you want as a prop. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips. Your decision if you're holding on to the leg, ankle, back of foot, or using a prop like a strap behind the ball of your right foot. Excuse me, your left foot. We're going to inhale as we come back to center. If you have a strap, you can use it for this next posture too. We're going to do one of the sage poses. You'll bring your right knee in. So as you lean forward, this right arm, so the right shoulder starts on the inside of the right knee, and then the right arm wraps around the leg behind the back, okay? So that your left hand goes behind you and you're holding onto your hands now with the right leg captured in between or encircled by the arms. If your hands don't touch each other, no big deal. Just use a strap, that's fine. If you're holding onto a strap with the hands, you can start to work deeper into the pose by inching the hands closer down the strap towards each other. Let's inhale, take it back to center, release the arms, and slide that right leg out. Switching sides, left knee comes in. Drop the left knee out to the side, right foot flexed. Inhale, arms up, get length in the spine as you exhale, hinge forward. We'll inhale back to our center. Left knee comes back to the midline. And we're going to lean forward. This time, it's the left shoulder that's on the inside of the left knee. You're going to wrap the left arm behind you. Right hand goes behind as well. And it's up to you. If you can clasp the hands together, hold the hands. If you want to use something like a tie or a strap to hold onto with both hands, that's fine. Still using your Ujjayi breath. This particular pose is sage pose, Marichyasana. Inhale back to center. Let's release our arms and slide the left leg out. Roll the legs in and out from the hips. Let them rest. We'll do a table pose next. So starting in Dandasana, staff pose, feet flexed, hands alongside the hips. Walk the hands about 6 inches or so behind the hips. The fingers are facing the feet. Walk your feet partway up the mat, pushing through the heels and palms. Inhale, hips up. Our intention is to get the hips in line with the knees. You can look straight ahead. If it doesn't cause discomfort in your neck, look up to the ceiling. And a final option would be to point the top of the head to the floor, gazing up to the ceiling, forward towards your nose. Remember to use the Ujjayi breath. Lifting the head, looking at the wall in front of you, lower the hips back onto the floor, slide one leg out, and then the other. Back to staff pose, Dandasana. We'll slide our fingertips towards the knees. Look at the belly button, rolling to the elbows, shoulder blades, and let the head rest on the ground. Close your eyes. Walk the heels to the sit bones. We're going to our reclining bound ankle pose, Supta Baddha Konasana. Lower the small of the back to the floor. Press the soles of the feet together. Drop your knees out to opposite sides. Slide the arms away from the sides of the torso. Turn your palms upward to the ceiling. Let your breath flow naturally, no longer consciously controlling the breath with the Ujjayi breath. And as you're a silent witness to the breath, just notice the quality of your breath. Is the breath moving easily through the body? Or is it jagged from previous poses that we've done? Just watching it without judgment. Open the eyes. Bring the knees together, bottoms of the feet on the ground, arms alongside the torso. Lower the small of the back onto the floor again. Bring the knees to the chest. Take the arms in between the knees. You're going to hold on to the ankles with both hands, turning the bottoms of the feet up to the ceiling. You can either keep holding on to the ankles, or you can use your index and middle finger and slide them in between the big and second toe and lock with the thumbs. Back to using your Ujjayi breath. You can use the exhalation to guide the legs closer towards the floor. Release the feet, bring your knees together, lower the feet to the floor, slide one leg out, then the other. Roll your legs in and out from your hips, then let them rest. Walk the heels to the sit bones, both feet flat on the floor, lower the small of the back onto the ground again. Cross your right ankle over the left knee, turn that right knee out to the side, flex your right foot. Inhale, left foot up off the floor, either holding onto the right shin, threading the needle with the right arm in between the legs, and interlacing the fingers behind the back of the left thigh or over the front of the left shin. Continue to use your Ujjayi breath. Keep your neck long, chin parallel to the floor. So if you happen to be pointing the chin up like this, just bring the back of the head onto the ground so the chin is neutral. Each exhalation, guide the legs closer to the chest. Release your hands. Lower the foot to the floor, uncross the legs. We're going to go to the other side, crossing the left ankle over the right knee. Turn the left knee out to the side. Flex the left foot and inhale, right foot up off the floor. Same option, you can hold on to the left shin, thread the needle, interlace the fingers behind the right thigh or the front of the right shin. Notice how one side is a little bit more flexible than the other. Use the inhalations to create space where you find tightness, and the exhalations to relax the muscles, guiding the legs closer towards your chest. Be sure and keep your left foot flexed, left ankle straight. Releasing the posture, Releasing the hands, lowering the right foot to the floor, uncrossing the legs. This time, slide one leg down the mat, then the other. Roll your legs in and out from the hips, and let them rest. We're gonna press out through the heels of the feet, turning the toes towards the shins. Bring the right knee into the chest. Interlace the fingers over the front of the right shin and continue to pull the right knee closer and closer to the body or release the wind pose. Take your right arm out to the side, right hand in line with the shoulder. You're going to guide the left leg across the body. Turn your head as you look towards your right hand. Bring your head to center again. Inhale the knees to the chest. We're going to do the other side. Lower the right foot to the floor. Slide the leg out. Bring the left knee in, both feet flexed. Interlace the fingers over the front of your left shin. Draw the knee closer towards the body. And taking the left arm out to the side, left hand in line with the shoulder. This time you're going to guide the left leg over towards the right side as you turn your head to look towards the left hand. Remember not to force anything, being gentle with your body. Bring your head to center. Inhale the knee to the chest. Lower the foot to the floor. Slide one leg all the way down the mat. Roll the legs in and out from the hips and let them rest. Slide your arms out to the sides, hands in line with the shoulders. Inhale, knees to the chest. Exhale, lower your knees to the right. Turn your head, look towards your left hand. Option of resting the right hand on the side of the left thigh or extending the left leg out, holding onto the left heel with the right hand, or keeping the knees bent like I'm doing. Guide the left shoulder blade further into the floor. Bring your head to center. Inhale, knees to the chest. Exhale, lower your knees to the left side. Turn your head, look towards your right hand. Same options if you'd like to rest the left hand on the side of the right thigh, or you can extend the top right leg out, holding onto the right heel with your left hand, knees stacked on top of each other. But I'm staying here, both knees bent. You're welcome to join me here as well. And we'll return our head to center. Both hands on the floor, both knees bent. Inhale, knees to the chest, hug the shins, interlace the fingers, and moving to a Akasana, roll forward, back, side to side. If you want, you can pick up your head and shoulders, rolling over the lower back and kidneys, giving your lower back a gentle massage. And we'll return to center. Release the head, shoulders to the floor, release the hands, and lower the feet to the ground. We're going to move into guided relaxation next. Make any adjustments that you want. You can turn the lights off, add an eye pillow over your eyes. If you want to blanket over the body, that's fine. The body's going to cool down, of course. And feel free to put a blanket or pillow under your head as well. Then I'll meet you in Shavasana. Just double checking the alignment for Shavasana. Legs separated to form a letter B. Ankles rolling out to the sides. Arms away from the sides of the torso. Palms turned up to the ceiling. Chin neutral. Let's take an active inhalation through the nose with a longer exhalation out through the nostrils. Let your awareness flow down to your toes. Wiggle your toes and let your feet rest. Move to the hands. Wiggle the fingers. Open wide through the palms. Stretch all the way out through your fingertips. Curl your fingers in. Soft fist. Squeeze the fist a few times. And release, letting the hands open again. Feeling the natural curl of the fingers with the hands at rest. Let's return our focus down to the feet. Visualize the healing energy. Invite this healing energy to travel into your big toes. Just notice your big toes, a very small part of your body. Let the healing energy flow into the second toe. Just noticing the second toe. Then at your own pace, move the energy to the next toe and the next until eventually it reaches the smallest toe. Notice the spaces in between each of the toes. Let this healing energy wash down from the backs of the toes and flow through the bottoms of the feet. Feel the energy massaging the bottoms of the feet, rubbing away any cramping or fatigue that might exist in your foot. And as you continue to focus on the feet, visualize all of the small bones that compose your foot. Think about the spaces in between each of the small bones that make up the foot. Let the healing energy flow through these spaces in between the small bones that make up the foot. Feel the energy rise through the tops of the feet into the ankles. Let the healing energy swirl around the outsides of the ankles, becoming aware of the natural turn out of the ankles again. Move the healing energy slowly up the fronts of your shins. Feel the energy wrapping around the sides of the lower legs and flowing into the calf muscles and the backs of the lower legs. Let any tension in the lower half of your legs ease away. Slowly guide the healing energy into the knees. Invite the healing properties of this energy to repair any damage that might exist in the ligaments and tendons of the knees. Move the energy through the fronts of the thighs. So letting that healing energy rise up the quadriceps, feeling it travel into the quads, letting any tension in the quads ease away as you consciously release this large muscle group in the fronts of your thighs. Wrap the healing energy around the sides of your thighs. Let this energy flow into the hamstrings in the backs of the thighs. As you feel the healing energy traveling through the hamstrings, allow any tension, any emotions that might have collected in your hamstrings to ease away. Guide this energy higher, letting it flow upwards into your hips. Feel the energy swirl around the outsides of the hips. Allow your hips to unwind and open. Move the healing energy upward into the abdominal cavity. Soften the belly. Guide the energy higher. Let it flow up to the center of the chest. From here, feel it spread out across your chest like a pleasant sensation reaching all the way out to the sides of the rib cage. Allow your chest to untighten, perhaps noticing a natural expansion to the rib cage without any effort on your part. Move the healing energy upward to the tops of the shoulders. Relax your shoulders towards the floor. Feel the support of the ground beneath you. Move the energy from the tops of the shoulders up to each side of the neck. Become aware of the bands located within each side of the neck. Let any stress contained in the sides of the neck melt away. Soften your throat. Relax the jawline. As you release your jaw, become aware of the space created between the upper and bottom row of teeth. Let the healing energy flow into the face. Feel the energy spread out across your face, moving all of your facial muscles out to the sides, releasing any lines or creases that might exist in the face. Let the energy flow back from the forehead into the scalp. Feel this healing energy washing throughout the entire scalp like warm water from a shower. Allow your scalp to loosen. Guide the energy from the back of the scalp into the back of the neck. Visualize the small muscles within the back of the neck softening. Let any stress still held in the back of the neck simply float away. Then slowly move the healing energy down the spine. Feel it spiral in between the spaces of each of the vertebrae that make up the spine until eventually it reaches the base of the spine. Feel the energy radiate out from the center of the spine, flow across the middle of your back. Let the healing energy slide down into your lower back. Then guide the energy up across the shoulder blades. Invite the energy to flow throughout the entire back, deeply massaging all of the muscles of the back, seeking out any knots that might exist within the muscles of the back, and then rubbing those knots away. Relax your shoulder blades into the floor. Feel the support of the ground beneath you. Move the energy from the shoulder blades back to the tops of the shoulders. From there, let the healing energy slide into the upper arms, relaxing the muscles of the upper arms. Feel the energy travel into the elbows. Sense the spaciousness within each elbow joint. Move the energy through the forearms, into the wrist joints. Sense the spaciousness in each wrist joint. Then let the energy travel into the hands and collect in the center of the palms. Once you feel that you're holding this healing energy in each hand, send it out to your fingers. Begin to notice each finger individually, noticing the knuckle joint within a single finger, and even pausing to sense the spaciousness within the knuckle joint of the individual finger. And once you've had a chance to connect with each finger, let the healing energy exit out through the fingertips. Visualize it taking away with it any toxins or impurities from the body, leaving your entire body cleansed and deeply relaxed, and your mind still alert, still aware, and highly focused as you've chosen to turn your concentration onto one point, which is your own relaxation. Let's take an active inhalation through the nose with a longer exhalation out through the nostrils. When the exhale is complete, I invite you to reopen your eyes, staying comfortable in Shavasana. We'll start to reawaken the body. Wiggle your toes, roll your ankles around, roll the entire legs in and out from the hips, and let the lower half of the body rest. Move to your hands, wiggle the fingers, then let the hands rest. Walk your heels to the sit bones, both feet flat on the ground. Raise your right arm overhead. Roll onto your right side. And we're going to rest on our right side just for a few natural breaths, taking your time coming up. When you're ready, press the left palm into the floor, and you can push yourself up into your easy seat, Sukhasana. We'll just finish here with our meditation on our Ajna chakra, the third eye. Your decision if you like the hands turned down on the knees, palms opened up to the ceiling. If you want to add a mudra to that, you can press the index finger and thumb together. That helps with concentration. Or I invite you to form a baker's bowl in the center of the lap, one hand inside the other, palm turned upwards to the ceiling, thumbs touching, right hand on top of the left. When you're ready, close your eyes, lengthen the spine, relax the shoulders, and bring the awareness to the third eye, located in between your eyebrows and slightly above. During this brief 1-minute meditation, at any point that you begin to become aware the mind has wandered to other thoughts, gently return it to your third eye. And gently returning your mind to the room you're seated in, take an active inhalation through your nose, longer exhalation out through the nostrils. I invite you to reopen the eyes, gazing softly at the floor in front of you. We'll feel in the benefits of today's yoga practice. Namaste. Thanks, you guys, for coming. Hope you can make it tomorrow at 11:15. Bye, Satish. Bye, Anita.